Valerie C. Barrera, and welcome to my vlog, Bringing a Live Video! And today, we're going over just how wine is made or the process of wine making. So let's grab some popcorn and a wine of glass and let's get ready to Wine, such an interesting drink, is probably the most natural alcoholic beverage because within them, grapes have pretty much everything you need to produce wine. A bottle of wine is about 98% water and ethanol. It is the remaining couple percent that makes wine taste like wine, and more specifically, makes a Shiraz taste different from a Pinot Noir. It comes down to three things: the grapes, soil, and climate. And if you think all wines are pretty much the same, no, they ain't. There are more than 10,000 wine grapes varieties in the world, all producing different tastes and smells when made into wine. There are basic components of winemaking process. First one is the harvesting, then crushing, fermentation, clarification, aging, and bottling. Winemaking process starts in the vineyards. Wine grapes are harvested in different types in different places across the world. The key to a grape harvest is to harvest the grapes when they have the right content, acidity, and ripeness. After the grapes are harvested, they are brought into winery where we let them rest and cool down overnight. In the following morning, we begin by running the grapes through a destemmer or a crusher. This machine takes the grapes and pulls them off the stem and creates this mass of skin, seeds, and juice. For white wines, this mass is pumped into the bladder press. This bladder press fills with water and presses out as much juice as possible from those berries, and this process just takes 1 hour. From here, the wine is pumped into a tank where it will begin fermentation process. However, for red wines, you must first pump the mass straight into the tank, and for 7 to 14 days, let it sit on those skins and seeds. From there, you would pump back into the bladder press. 7 to 14 days, it is wrapped and we begin the fermentation process. Fermentation begins by adding yeast to the grape juice. This yeast will eat sugars into the wine to create alcohol, carbon dioxide, heat, and other flavors and aromas. This process will take anywhere from 4 to 60 days depending on the bridal grapes and particular winemaker's choices. This is we begin the clarification process. We begin by adding a clay-like substance. This pulls off the floating particulates to the bottom of the tank. We then wrap the wine from one tank to another and use a simple filter in between. We have to be careful with how powerful of a filter we use as it can pull the flavors and aromas out of the wine by rocking the wine from one tank to another. We leave all that sediment at the bottom of one tank and we have all much clearer wine. In the new tip, we then leave the wine to age of the tank, or most commonly especially for red wine. To move the wine into an oak barrel wine are commonly left in oak barrels for 12 to 18 months, but are occasionally left in them for much longer. The last step is bottling. Bottling the wine begins with pumping the aged wine into our filling machine. After the bottle is filled, we place it in the corky machine, and then in the copy machine, and lastly through the labeler. From there, the wine is ready to be enjoy. That's all for this vlog. I hope you will like, share, and subscribe, and click the notification so that you will get notified. See you for my next vlog!